everybody, to another exciting episode of the Team Lead Talks podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Becker, out of Alexandria, Virginia. On today's episode, we have Tommy Thornburgh, who is the president, El Presidente, of Prime Corporate Services. And you're out in Utah, right, Tommy?
Salt Lake City, yes, that's right. El Presidente, I like that. That's good.
Yes, sir. So, Tommy, thank you so much for being here, man. I appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. So let's dive right in. Give people kind of like the high overarching, who's Tommy, what's Prime Corporate Services, what do you do?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm a sales guy at heart. I say that all the time because that's how it all really got started and has just evolved over the years. We started Prime back in 2012, and the goal was to just help small business owners. And as we grew and as we scaled, we went from 4 people to we now have 450 employees and have set up 200,000 businesses and filed 50,000 tax returns a year. So just focusing on the client and providing a better experience and turning from a sales guy to a business owner over the last 13 years has been a fun run. So that's me.
Very cool. So Tommy, is that just real estate businesses or companies, or do you handle just businesses in general?
Everything that we do is pretty much single member business owners or multi-member business owners. We don't do a lot of large corporations. Any type of business really at this point, real estate, e-com, stock, insurance. We're really all over the map. I talked to a group that has a bunch of trainers yesterday. Any 1099 or self-employed income.
Okay, awesome. So how did this Prime Corporate Services, like how did you get involved with them, or are you the founder, are you the owner? Can you talk us through like where the idea for this came from?
Yeah, so when I was 18 years old, I knocked door to door selling pest control, came back, had a couple different consulting gigs, started a phone company for security systems, and then met my partner, Steve Harward, who's the CEO and he's the founder back in 2012. And he had started it a couple months prior. We didn't even know each other. We met at a celebration of life at a bar downtown Salt Lake City, Utah, and just hit it off, had like this Wolf of Wall Street moment. I was Jonah Hill, obviously, where it's like, show me a pay stub, I'll quit right. And this is a Saturday night, and I legitimately started that Monday and left a job that I was at for 4 years at 22 years old.
Very cool.
And been here 13 years, and we've really grown it into something we're both very, very proud of. So,
dude, that's awesome. Yeah, I actually just I watched the movie Wolf of Wall Street last night actually, and then I just got the book, so I'm going to read the book too. So
it's fun. So probably about a year ago now, I was watching it when my daughter was taking a nap, and I was like, when she wakes up, I can't keep watching this when she comes down. This
is definitely not safe for kids.
Not kid friendly. We're gonna have to turn Finding Nemo back on.
It's probably the least kid friendly, family friendly movie on the planet, honestly.
I would agree with that. Yes,
but a good movie nonetheless. But
yes.
we'll move on. So Prime Corporate Services helps people set up businesses. That could mean a lot, Tommy. So can you walk us through like what you do specifically, like the tactical action items, and like who is your customer? Who would need these types of services that you provide?
Yeah, so we have 4 core services: entity formation, LLCs, S Corps, C Corps, business credit development. We've got a really, really awesome software that walks people through how to build and how to develop business credit and corporate funding. Full service accounting firm. We own an accounting firm that we have over 150 accountants now, anything you need tax-wise. And then also estate planning, trust, wills, living wills, power of attorneys. So usually what we'll do is we have a lot of partnerships with people that have real estate communities or online businesses or insurance groups. And our goal is to bring value. If we can bring value to you as a client or to you as someone that refers a client over, we're confident that we could earn the business at some point. And that's ultimately what it is. So we give a free consultation with one of our advisors and just walk through the discovery, the goals. Where are you in your business and your life? Where do you want to go? Where are you headed? And then just tailor it accordingly. We often say, let's just sell the right product to the right person at the right time, based off of where they are. So meeting them where they're at, making sure they're set up properly with LLCs, S Corps, C Corps, helping them understand how to build business credit, keeping more money. Last year, we saved every client that we filed a tax return on about 9,200 more than they did their previous year with their previous tax
Wow.
accountant.
Yeah.
So we're really big on helping entrepreneurs keep more money in their corner for
Yeah.
long-term growth.
Out of curiosity, since this is a real estate podcast, you mentioned like setting up LLCs, corporations, trusts, those types of things. For your real estate industry clients, are you also helping them acquire properties the right way in LLCs, or does it stop at some point in that process?
We get asked a lot of those questions, and a lot of times we're able to provide the guidance. I mean, I've got a tax attorney that's right next to my office here. We share a wall. We've got a full team of attorneys, so we're able to answer a lot of those questions. The majority of what we focus on with our real estate investors, though, does lean more towards tax savings and tax strategy, cost segregation studies, accelerating depreciation. Where can you maximize tax wise? But we do set up a ton of LLCs to help people either quit claim deed those properties or whatever it is that they're looking to do to give themselves the asset protection.
Right, that's very cool. So, in the breakdown, I know you mentioned like an astronomical number of like 200,000 people have come through Prime Corporate Services. Do you happen to know the percentage of the real estate related companies that you're helping inside of your company?
We pull it's between like 30 and 40%,
Okay.
something
So,
like that. I don't have an exact number for you, and we haven't pulled this for like a year or so, but it's between 30 and 40%. It's a pretty high percentage that we work with from a real estate standpoint.
very cool. So, walk me through like I want to work with you guys. What happens from like the first day and then ongoing?
Yeah, so on that first call, what we would do is what do you already have? LLCs, S Corps, what do you have in place? Then identifying the type of income that you're generating. Are you wholesaling? Are you fix and flipping? Do you have passive income with rental properties? Identifying where you are right now and making sure that you have what you need as you go forward. There's three objectives that we oftentimes will break down with people. Number one, privacy and protection. How
Okay.
much privacy do you want? How much protection do you need? Number two, tax benefits, profit or loss. So, good or bad, profit or loss. How can you put someone in a better position? And then number three, credibility. We want to make sure you can show yourself as a business, not only to your clientele, but also banks and lenders so that
Okay.
that way you can get additional funding moving forward. So those are kind of the three steps that we'd walk a client through to see what we can do to make sure they're keeping more money in their corner come tax time.
Very cool. So you're literally kind of like is this a correct way of positioning yourselves as like a one-stop shop from like the business entity aspect of it, from setting it up, I guess auditing or setting it up from scratch, and then all the way through the returns, trying to save as much money as you can, and kind of everything in between. As businesses grow and scale, you're kind of in their corner the whole time.
Yeah, it's kind of unintentionally turned into that. Like we started getting asked a lot for like emails and domains and websites. So like we started doing emails and domains. Now we've got tens of
Sure. What do you
thousands
mean?
of
Like you're setting up people's websites now?
yeah, well, like yeah, it's not the primary core of our like I don't want to focus on a website,
Yeah.
but we were getting asked so let me just back up a little bit. So 2-3 years ago, we build so much business credit. We're currently getting like $4 million a month in business credit and corporate funding for our clients.
Wow.
So about 2-3 years ago, we started getting more denials. Like the denials started to increase, and we're like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
So a lot of the banks started tightening up. If you remember that Silicon Bank that ended up just shutting down and filing bankruptcy overnight, it was around that time where there was just so many changes. And one of those changes was that banks wanted to see more of an identity of the business owner.
Hmm.
So emails, domains, website presence. So
Gotcha.
it's not like we're going to build you out a really fancy website. I want to be very clear there.
Okay.
But a lot of times we're just doing like a landing page that at least gives the clients that are wholesaling or that are fixer flipping some sort of an online presence to provide to the banks to be able to get larger lines of credit.
Gotcha.
But we do a lot of email setups just because we got clients that come in and And I'm talking trash to myself here. I still have my AOL email.
Oh my God. Didn't they recently shut that down though? That's still a
No,
thing?
no, I've got it. We could log in right now.
Wow.
However, if I give you my AOL email, that's not a good sign. I'm definitely not responding to you if you get the AOL. But we wanted to give people a professional presence. And so that's to your one-stop shop. The goal is to help with entity formation, business credit, and tax. But there's other ancillaries that are just part of being a business owner that we pride ourselves on either being able to do it for you or having the best referrals to send it out to.
Very cool. Are you able to give us an example of one of the strategies that you guys deploy for someone to save money? Because I've gone through so many accountants, dude, and maybe I should talk to you about estate planning and stuff after this. But it seems like some of the accountants I work with at the end of the year, they're like, "Do you want to buy a car or equipment?" And that's like the only tax strategy. And I'm like, this cannot be the only thing to save money. So, what are some things that we're coming to the end of the year now? We have about a week and a half, 2 weeks left in December. What are some of the things people can start to think about?
Yeah, so I hear you on it's so funny. The G Wagon, the Range Rover. My
Yeah.
wife got a new car yesterday, by the way, because we are end of the year and we still need some tax benefit. But there's two things. The way that I like to look at this is as a business owner, if you were to go ask a difficult entrepreneurial question to an attorney, a lot of times the response is, it depends. But of course, protect your assets, right? You take the exact same question to an accountant, and a lot of times the answer is, it depends, but just wait until you're making money.
Yeah.
And the truth is oftentimes somewhere in the middle with a lot of these questions. So, about 6 months ago, we created a new tax strategy service, and it is so cool. You upload your previous year's tax return, and AI pulls out every box of your tax return and actually gives you 5 to 20 different tax strategies that you could be implementing that you are not currently. So, minimum $10,000 of tax savings for every client that we've put through this. And if not, we're like, just take your money back. This isn't even worth it.
Yeah.
But we just recently also saved someone $200,000 in taxes off of these strategies. So, a lot of the great ones are just there's a lot of people that do the low hanging fruit of like writing off the home office, the phone, the internet, the vehicles. But then we get into like, what type of insurance do you have? Does a health savings account or an FSA benefit you? Do you have kids? Are you putting them to work? Can you pay the kids? The Augusta rule is a very common one, Section 280A. It allows your business to rent out your house up to 14 days a year tax free. A lot of cost segregation studies, oil and gas investments. There's so many areas. I mean, the tax code is over 70,000 pages. So, like, you don't have to just buy the G Wagon and the Range Rover, I promise. We just need to find the areas that align with your life and help you identify the ones you're interested in actually implementing.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Tommy, this has been awesome. I really do want to talk to you about estate planning. So maybe we can, like, after this, you can stay on for a second because that's actually been, I have financial goals that I did in 2025 and 2026. I want to start to move everything into, maybe not an estate or a trust, I should have said. So would love to chat more about what that could potentially look like and see if we can do something together.
Dude, everyone should have an estate plan. Like everyone, at least a trust, to your point. And to answer your question, I'm happy to. I got you. If you look at your entity formation, like it's not about where you are right now, it's where you're going to be in the next year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years.
Right.
Everyone should have an estate plan, trust, will, living will, power of attorney. From there, how much privacy and protection do you want? I've got a holding company out of Wyoming, and the reason for it is my name is not publicly listed and that it owns all of my other businesses. So, being on a real estate podcast, I currently own 77 doors of real estate, portions of 3 different commercial buildings. Like, I want to keep those separated out into the states that they're located in. I want to make sure I have the privacy. And then every year, every 3 years, every 5 years, let's just go in and update your estate plan. But I got you. We've got a really awesome estate plan that, like, We've got in-house paralegals, attorneys, and it gives you a portal where you can log in and make those changes. So it isn't like reinventing the wheel every time you want to
Right.
update something. So I'll take care of you. I got you.
Awesome, dude. So, Tommy, if anyone listening right now wants to get a hold of you to talk about everything we kind of covered today, where can they reach you?
What I'll do, you can primecorporateservices.com, Prime Corporate Services on Instagram and Facebook and everything else. You can reach out anywhere. Well, I'll also get you a link that maybe you can put in the show.
Yeah, definitely. We'll include all your contact information, including your socials, in the description of the episode when it gets published.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, we'll get a link as well where you guys can click on it and get that free 45-minute to hour consultation with the advisor. And if we earn your business, great. If it's just more tools and more info that you understand for your business, that's great as well. That's the whole goal.
Tommy, I'm a big reader. I have one more question for you. What's a financial planning book or resource that you can tell us that can kind of help people kind of start to think about this thing if they haven't already?
I'm going to give two real quick, just because one of them is someone that I admire and someone that has been very influential based off of just the business that I'm in, and that's Tax Free Wealth by Tom Wheelwright.
Okay.
I've been very fortunate to be able to build a relationship with him over the last several years. And we actually work together, talk often. But that book is really like the baseline of what a lot of entrepreneurship has been built off of.
Cool.
So Tax Free Wealth by Tom Wheelwright, I'm a big fan of. And then from a business standpoint, Gino Wickman, Rocket Fuel,
Yeah.
it's one of my favorites. I think it's a lot of the reason we've seen a lot of growth is my partner, Steve, is a total visionary, and I'm more of an integrator and liking to do the work.
Yeah.
But it's important to identify what you do and don't like doing and hire out what you don't like and focus on what it is that you actually like to do moving forward. So
Amen,
those are
man.
a couple I'd say.
Very cool. Well, dude, thank you so much. I'm glad we got to connect through our masterminds that we're in together. It's
For
been
sure.
such a fantastic episode. Thanks so much for kind of walking us through what you guys do at Prime Corporate Services. If I don't, speak to you, have a good holiday. Have a good New Year's, dude.
Yeah, you as well. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. It's good seeing you.
All right, man. Yeah, you too. Take care.